Hi guys, so I'm back. It's it's almost 10 o'clock actually, local time here in Rio. And I'm back. I hadn't done a video a few hours ago. And I'm compelled to return here to tell you information. And it's one of those days, right? There's a lot of stuff going on, so I want to talk to you guys about it. I got a message. I saw this image of President Obama, okay, beginning a phone call. And so, meaning, or maybe the situation may be accelerating closer, getting like the end is coming or trash closer than we think. But unfortunately, there's a lot of horrible things happening. And I see that it's like, the movie, I think it was Alien, when you see the monster, the face of the monster, that's what's happening. That it's not just the EPS stuff. And guys, now, and as I'm telling you this, I'm remembering that I've always said for a long time that when people asked, is it going to be the APS stuff? I'd always say, I keep seeing that it's the military. And now it's becoming clear why, right? So I don't, you probably are aware of what's happening. And let me show you the news. There's very, very serious developments against the US. But I'm told here that it's because we're supposed to see the treason at work. Okay, so let me show you. There is so much going on, guys. I'm just going to cover some of the headlines here. And first one here is confirming what I had told you guys before, right? I had seen the news about Bahrain and I found this source. Remember how I said before I did the video, I said that I had seen something about it, and that's why I asked. And here we are. So here, when Iranian officials told Dropsite they were targeting hotels in Bahrain because they had intelligence on US troops there. I thought it was some kind of cope. It turns out it was true. So this is the thing I discussed in the videos just a few hours ago. If you haven't watched, go ahead and watch it there. But I'm saving stuff as I see it, okay? So sorry guys, it's crazy. Let me just all right. Let me show you this. So breaking massive explosion at US embassy in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. So that's the capital, Saudi Arabia. There is also information about, like, in Iraq, the um the embassy was there. It was targeted. There was an explosion there. Then this is like it's tragic. It's almost like unbelievable. If like it's hard to believe it, except that it's real. So there's a list here of from the State Department security updates for Americans in the Middle East. All the countries depart now via commercial means due to serious safety risks. Now, we know that pretty much all airports are closed in the Middle East. So they're telling people to fly commercial when there are no airplanes, right? Like, what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up. You know what I'm saying? That's right. So Bahrain, so the countries Bahrain, Egypt, Iran, Iraq, Israel, the West Bank, Gaza, Jordan, Kuwait, Lebanon, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Syria, United Arab Emirates, Yemen. So they're telling people to leave when there are no open airports, right? Seriously, right? Right? Mm-hmm. So it's really like the entire region, right? Mm-hmm. So this is what's up. All right. That's what's happening with treason, right? And I think this is the end of the era where America could just attack countries. And also, like I said in the past video, Russia owns Trump, and Russia has given the information to Iran, and Iran is using it. Iran is not smart. Like, I'm sorry, is not stupid, right? Iran is a kind, guys, I've studied Hezbollah, that group. These people are so, like, they're very religious, first of all. Second of all, they're very, what's the word? Resourceful, because they're poor, right? And they're not going to waste this. They take it very seriously. So anyway, so again, like I was saying, Iran is not stupid. They are very resourceful. They are doing everything they can. They are doing the thing that works, which is to attack money, right? And they have managed to get all these airports closed. And we have on, guys, it's so much out there. And I just, I'm gonna find. So there's also, I found there was this thing, somebody from one of those Arab countries saying that the U.S. abandoned us because they're now, guys, it's like I'm retweeting all these things, but now I have to go to my profile because there's so much happening that I have to make sure that okay, here it is. America has abandoned us. It is focusing on its defense systems and protecting Israel, leaving the Gulf states that host its military bases at the mercy of Iranian missiles and drones. This is 100% true, right? So, like, for real. Um, but again, those countries it seem like some of these countries wanted Trump, right, and power, right? And that's what they got, right? That's what they got, because right. So this is a situation. The Middle East is burning out again, right? Unfortunately, and that's the now. This is what's happening at this very moment. So this is just ends the part of the intro, because then I'm gonna tell you the meat of today's video, which is about the message I'm getting, okay, about where we are right now and how important it is. So now on to the message that I want to share with you, which is that I'm keep getting, this is the moment where, like, there's a hole in the ground and the devil goes down. And I think it shows me again this image of the monstrosity. We're seeing the monstrosity. And I see also Putin laughing, right? Because he manipulated trash. Bibi manipulated trash, right? And this is a situation that we are in. But it's telling us that to be safe, stay strong, stay indoors. I'm not saying that there might be something, because here again, like, guys, I've been saying this about Iran for a long time. Iran is not the propaganda people say. Oh, just gonna change the government over there. Like, no, 90 million people that have been at war since God knows when. These people don't play. Mm-mm. So, and they're tough. They're very tough people. So the situation that we're in right now, because of trash, and we're seeing again. I'm just here to tell you that it's tough what's happening, but this is what has to happen in order for the devil to go down. And it's saying to hold on tight, to pray, because we're seeing the demons and the devil himself and his helpers. Like, the truth about them is coming and is here on many levels. We have, like I said in the other video, treason as we speak. We have child abuse. We have financial terrorism. We have financial theft on a large grand scale. So this is all coming. This is all here. Okay. So this is where we are right now. And again, Spirit is telling us that yes, this is the time of the full truth, and there's a lot of pain. There's people who are being sacrificed. Troops, U.S. troops. Okay, I saw veterans, but it's really current troops. And I saw a video. I started crying. It was a clearly Hispanic kid being sent, and someone's the caption was they wanted to send him. They want to put him in camps, right? They want to send ICE to get him, but when it's time, like he's being sacrificed, and it really made me cry because it just is not okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. God, have mercy on those kids. Have mercy on the current U.S. soldiers who are being sacrificed for this demon. Please, God. Because I'm sending protection to those kids because they have nothing to do with this evil man. And the parents suffering, thinking of their kids. And parents that could even be, who knows, in some ICE facility, who knows. And God, have mercy and help us overcome this, please. Okay. So going back here to the situation. So this is this part. And so the next part, okay, which is I saw the face of President Obama getting a phone call. Now I feel like President Obama is being alerted. Wow, I see somebody in the military, not like a random person, but kind of like protocol. When the country there's a leadership, right? There's this thing where we have to call back the former presidents, and I see also Kamala getting prepared or something. I'm not saying that she's going to be president immediately or anything, but that's what I think. Okay, President Biden also getting a phone call. President Clinton, even though I feel like President Clinton is very ill, even though he's testified, right? So, it's funny, George Bush. Maybe I don't know, like, but I just see those here. Okay, I didn't see George Bush, but the point is former presidents because they need command. There, I see that it's a situation, guys. What you're seeing, and I love. It's weird. I like military history. I study, like I said, there's groups, Hezbollah, Lebanon, Civil War, Northern Ireland, and things like that. Okay, Vietnam. And what you're seeing, this level of like quick attack on all these embassies in all these different countries. It's a very, very bad news. Okay, it's a very, very bad picture, and I think this could be de-escalated, but we're gonna have to get rid of trash. Okay, so let me actually ask about this. Is this, yes, it will be de-escalated. They're gonna have to pull back. And I see also that trash is not gonna want to stick around because it's the game is is exposed. BB is like ha ha ha, but I think BB is gonna his celebration is not gonna last. So it's like, guys, I see this again. It's we're hitting at the very bottom, and this like this thing, like what's the airplane thing when you have a turbulence, big turbulence, and then we're in to start some kind of reset because this guy has to be removed. It's going to take a while, okay? Because I don't see. Okay, let me just ask. I don't see Trump staying in power for much longer. I don't see how is that even possible. So is it? Yeah, I see Trump recoiled at some explosions. And I see they could even, honestly, it could be inside the US. And he's like, oh, okay, well, it's the Democrats, it's Biden. And then I see somebody that in the meeting, a general telling him, no, it's not Biden, it's you. It's you. And he's like, and he tries to like yell at them. And I see he tries to open the door and the door is locked. And they pull out these documents and show him. So this is where you are again. Pray. Please pray for the troops, the innocents, the civilians who are there. And pray for de-escalation and pray for the removal of this garbage and for the truth all the truth to come out, because I think that's what's happening. I mean, I think the world knew. Whoever didn't know is knowing now. The guy is a traitor. I mean, and I see while data. There's evidence. They're hearing. The guy knows that there's too much risk, and he's like, oh, whatever, right? And I see in his mind, well, Putin does it. Putin just, just gets their own people. They're like cannon fodder, basically. Why can't I do it, right? So that's that. Except that Putin is controlling him too, and he did what Bibi wanted and what Jared wanted. So that's the story for now. But again, guys, I just want to give you this update because it's a serious situation. All right, so have a good night. Stay strong. Stay in the light. Bye bye.